Very happy, my people did get injured, I'm very happy, they didn't get hurt. That was the main point. I mean, like, we don't care about the stuff and what they take it, or they can take a whole store because that's why we pay insurance. The main thing was the employee, they didn't get hurt. That was the main thing, And when I see my employee was okay, and I was happy, I was sad, but I was happy my employees were okay, And like it was crazy, if you see the store, the way it was, like window smash, the stuff on the floor, the smoke, and the smoke they have in the garbage bin, and she took with the bag and stuff like that. But if you see the action on the YouTube, and then you can understand, how it was. He did great job. He ran away, from them because there was two people. Doesn't matter, like one guy and one girl, and he's older than them, And he did also his amazing job, just to run away from the store.
Yeah, these guys were cruel. It wasn't a good experience for the guy. I mean, and that's why he was frustrated. And he put it on YouTube. It's like, yeah, for sure. Let's let the world know what happens in Calgary too, because I mean, many robberies happen and a lot of crime. Nobody says anything about it, and we always think we live in the safest city in the world, but there are some crime. There are some crime, and we've got to let the people know about it. The more people know about it, the more they're aware of their surroundings, and you can prevent it.
We don't believe that, especially in this community, like this neighborhood, which is grateful, but now we feel like it's not the same anymore,
Is your employee kind of afraid now to come back?
They was, but seems like they're okay now, Of course, anybody's, if it happened to anybody like that, of course they're gonna get afraid, especially in the night. But now they're happy, we put the lock in, and now when somebody come in the nighttime, if we have a mask and stuff like that, they're not gonna open the door.
You have to see the shocking video to believe it. A night shift employee defends his convenience store against two violent robbers. Not in some big American city, but right here in Calgary. And as Mia Sosiak reports, he outsmarts one of them, resulting in a quick arrest.
We work hard, and it's not right, to just come in and rob the store.
This convenience store employee might be Calgary's hardest working. His name's Sonny, and 2 weeks ago he was minding shop when a pair of masked robbers barged in.
My guy was explaining, take whatever you guys want it, but I'm not going to lay it down on the floor. And they said, no, lay down on the floor, and they started fighting.
Really fighting for his life. The man and woman were swinging at him with an axe and a tire iron. Sonny rips off the guy's mask. Eventually, he escapes out the door, but he doesn't run away.
He dragged the bench from here.
The quick-thinking employee grabs whatever he can find to lock the thieves in.
She kicked it, open this much.
Until both crooks start kicking the glass out and break free. By then, an APLUS1 employee from a different location arrives to help. The two work together to pin down the male robber until police show up.
I was shocked. I looked at the video and
Elijah Otaki owns the company that installed Mohammed's cameras. He edited the music onto the footage and posted it online.
the guy is a hero. I mean, everybody should recognize what he did, because he fought for his life. He tried to get out of the situation, and he even exposed his face.
Mohammed says both his employees were frightened but not seriously hurt. They're back working nights. He's added more cameras and door locks staff can control remotely. The damage and losses total over $7,000, but Mohammed says that's not what matters.
I think about my employee. I say, thanks God they are okay,
They got some paid days off and a bonus. Mohammed hopes the video sends a message to other would-be robbers that businesses fight back. Mia Sosiak, Global News.
35-year-old Arthur Gordon Benny is facing a dozen charges in the armed robbery, hours after police arrested 24-year-old Natalie Coraline Alashik at a home in the Northeast and charged her. You can watch the whole video on our website.
The owner of a Southeast convenience store is calling one of his employees a hero. The store was robbed about 2 weeks ago, but the clerk working the night shift was able to get away and help capture the suspects, and all of it was caught on tape. Kathy Lee has the details.
Just before 5 a.m. on August 17th, two masked suspects walk into the APLUS1 convenience store in Willow Park. One was carrying a crowbar, the other a pickaxe. The employee, named Sunny, is the only one inside. The security footage shows the pair get behind the counter. One threatens a clerk while the other takes cigarettes off the shelf. The next few minutes are intense. Sunny is trapped and can't escape, so he fights back, trying to wrestle the weapons away, even yanking the mask off one intruder. Sunny finally runs out of the store and blocks the glass door from the outside with a bench. The suspects eventually smash their way out the front.
This window and this window is new.
2 weeks after the incident, the owner of the Southeast store shows us the repairs. Asif Mohammed said Sunny is doing well. He took a few days off after the incident, but is back at work again. Mohammed praises the brave employee.
He's the hero, because he caught the robber, he didn't get hurt. That's the main thing. Most important thing, nothing happened to him.
Patrons of the store are shocked by the incident, saying the neighborhood is safe.
I think it's pretty safe. We come around with my daughter or my husband. It's very unlikely that something will happen or that I will feel afraid. No, not at all.
Mohammed says his staff is trained for robberies. They're told to not resist and then try to escape to safety.
If somebody come in, if the robbers say, oh, we're going to rob you, take whatever you guys want, take a whole store, we don't care. Because I care about my employee.
Mohammed said Sunny was pinned behind the counter and had to fight his way through to get away. A clerk from another APLUS1 store raced to the scene and held down one of the thieves as he tried to escape. The other, a woman, was arrested by police at a nearby home. 35-year-old Arthur Benny and 25-year-old Natalie Elishuk are charged with robbery and assault with a weapon.
And Kathy joins us from the scene of the robbery, a much calmer scene at the moment. Now, Kathy, the owner has made sure to increase security for that building.
He did, Ian. He made sure that the upgrades were implemented the day after the robbery. He just wants to do everything he can to ensure that something like this doesn't happen again. Now, what's been upgraded? There's been an automatic lock and installed at the front of the door, and that way the clerk can control it from the inside. So if he sees anybody suspicious and he doesn't want to let him inside, he can lock the doors from inside. Now, Mohammed owns 4 APLUS1 stores in Calgary, and what he's done is he's also put all 4 of them on a system so they can communicate with one another. In the event of an emergency, Ian, one clerk can notify the other clerks in addition to calling 911, of course. Again, Ian, Mohammed says that this store has been here for 10 years. This is a safe neighborhood. There's never been a violent robbery such as this, and he's just doing everything he can to try to keep his employees safe and to try to prevent anything like this from happening again. Back to you, Ian.
Thank you, Kathy. And if you want to see more of this, we have the entire video on our website, calgary.ctvnews.ca. The store clerk at the center of an intense robbery that was caught on tape is sharing his harrowing tale. During an overnight shift, he fought off 2 suspects in order to protect himself, and he says it was a terrifying moment. Kathy Lee has his story.
By now, thousands of people have seen this security footage. The convenience store clerk is desperately defending himself from 2 masked robbers. 2 weeks after the incident, the employee, named Sunny, breaks his silence. He says one of the suspects forced him to get on the floor, but he refused, worried he would be clubbed in the head. So instead,
I take this and I try to protect me, but he still tell me, get down, get down. But I say, okay, if you want anything, you can take my smoke or whatever you want, but I'm very nice guy. I know hold you, you know hold me.
The attackers don't back down. Sunny says he needed to fight back. He tries to wrestle the weapons away. One person has a pickaxe and the other a crowbar. Then Sunny tries to yank the mask off one intruder.
But he tried to push me, he want to hurt me. So that's why I protect myself and I catch this guy and then I take out the marks. I think maybe if I take out the marks, I think maybe his face, see my camera everywhere.
At this point, Sunny says he is terrified. All employees are trained for robberies. The protocol is to not resist and find a way out of the building safely. And that's exactly what the clerk did.
I take this metal and push to him and push like that and put in here, and I block this guy here inside.
Despite blocking the door, the suspects eventually smashed their way out the front. During the ordeal, Sonny was on the phone with an APLUS1 clerk at another location. That person rushed to Sonny's store and helped pin down one suspect.
And then police coming and police get to him. So now I thank to my, Calgary police. He came very fast, he very good.
The other suspect, a woman, was arrested by police at a nearby home. The APLUS1 store has been operating in Willow Park for 10 years, and there has never been a violent robbery until now. Security has been upgraded on the building, giving Sonny some peace of mind. After all that, he says he's grateful the situation wasn't worse.
Now I thank to my God because I'm safe, I'm very good right now, not injured, no anything.
Kathy Lee, CTV News, Calgary.
35-year-old Arthur Benny and 24-year-old Natalie Alaschuk are charged with robbery and assault with a weapon.
Experience aging in a